Hello and welcome back to part 2 of glazing with Amico using Satina Rebate, there we go, and the Chai Matte Shino SH12. So, glaze is all nice and dry for that first coat, so I'm going to start applying the second coat. So, Mimi DeRose asked if the Shinos look good on chattered pieces, and yes, the Shinos look great on all textured kind of pieces, especially things that are very natural, loose kind of stuff, which chattered definitely fits into that category. So yes, the Shinos look fantastic on it. And you can try different colors, different styles of applying it. Like I said, with the if the chattering is very subtle, you might want to brush on your glaze and sponge back a little bit of the first or second coat, and then apply your second or third coat so that you have a little bit thicker in the texture and thinner on the edges if it's getting washed out. But the Shinos look good on lots of different texture. Now while that second coat is drying, the Satina Rebate, like I said before, it is one of the new 2019 Potter's Choice glazes. It is a kind of a satiny blue-gray with a little bit of green in it. It almost has a look like jade, and I really like how it is a satiny surface, but very, very buttery kind of surface. So it does break a little bit on texture, so you will see a little bit of variation. And you can see where it overlaps on the Chai Shino, it gives it a little bit more green, kind of golden cast, but there are places where it does get almost a little bit glossy. So the Satina Rebate, sorry, pardon me, the Satina Rebate does show texture well, but it also is kind of a satiny matte. So sometimes we expect glazes like the tourmaline is very opaque and it's more thick, so it tends to come out more, it tends to cover up more texture. But it is really beautiful on just very simple forms. As I said before, this is one of the things that one of the glazes I think works really well with the Shinos. I think that bottom is still a little bit wet. Needed a little bit more glaze in the bottom there. This works really well with the Shinos because, like the Shinos, the Oribe has a kind of rustic look, and I really love how that works out. I have not tried layering the Shinos with the Celadons. They're very different kind of glazes, and I think some of them might look good together. I think it just depends on how you used it, but if any of you wanted to try it out, that would be an interesting thing to test. So I'm going to let this dry, this second coat. If you have other questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments and I'll answer them off of the live video later. As I said before, this was fired to cone 6, Chai Shino Matte, Satina Rebate, and those were 3 and 3 coats. I think we don't need to do a part 3 today. I'm just going to do this offline later and do a third coat and get it all fired up. Makes a cute bud vase. And I will see you guys next week. And next week I'll be back with PC over PC layering and one of my favorite surprise kind of combinations, which most of you have probably tried out before, but I really love how it is an unexpected glaze combination. So, thank you for joining me today, and happy glazing. We'll see you later.